Hello, Guardians of the Light. Greetings and welcome to another Destiny 2, the second installation YouTube video. My name is Diffizzle, and today we're going to be talking about week 2 of trials for Season of the Haunted. Let us begin the discussion. So, first things first, we got World's First again. Although, at this point, and we played some really good teams this week. This week there was a little bit of resistance in the gaming arena. We played Panda. We came out of nowhere, right out of the fucking under the ropes into the arena, and it did not go well for them this time around. But they learned something from that. They learned about the goofy shit, and I'm gonna refer to the goofy shit a lot, meaning the meta, I guess. In this video, they learned that the meta is very, commanding. Extremely commanding in this meta, unfortunately. Like, the things that are meta are very strong meta. Like, it's hard meta. Like, if you do not use those things and you're playing a full team of people using those things, you're like similar in skill in any way, shape, or form, you are absolutely just done for. Even if they're worse than you, they can still beat you because they just are using better stuff. And mind you, that's always been the case, but man, right now is it very much the case, because especially in zone control trials as well, but I mean, god, it is bad right now. But yeah, we got World's First. We didn't lose a single round. I think it was the first World's First where literally not a single round was dropped. Not a single one. And I don't think we've ever done that before. So that was pretty cool. And we played a really good team as well during that. Like I said, Panda. I think we played a couple other good teams too, but none of them were as good as like Panda, Cal, and Mendez. That was a very good team. All really good players. We just were using the most overpowered, oppressive stuff in the sandbox that 100% needs to get nerfed, and it's just really dumb. And I really dislike it not being nerfed, and I hate that. Unfortunately, if you want to compete in the current sandbox at the highest level, you're pretty much forced literally to use those things, because if you play a team using them and you're not using them, you will just absolutely get ran. Anyway, now let's talk about, I guess, zone control specifically as a playlist, and how I don't know, just like what I think of that, I guess. I feel like zone control, like, really, for lack of a better term, zone control in the current meta, current meta and sandbox, zone control blows. Just for lack of a better term, it is not good, because pretty much what you have is no one runs. You can't run a tier 1 super, you can't run a tier 2. You pretty much are forced to run a tier 5 super if you even want to get a super in a game, and you have to run relatively high intellect. And I mean, in zone control, I used to love it. Right. So to give you a full perspective, I used to love zone control. I thought it was the best version of trials that we've ever had. The only thing about it that I don't think there was anything I wasn't too fond of, actually. I really enjoyed it. I felt like you had to push the zone. It really didn't allow people to sit in the back of the map and camp. It forced people to fight. And those are things that I think a lot of people wanted from trials, because a lot of people did not like the passive play. A lot of people disliked passive play, and Bungie found a really nice way to, like, kind of incentivize with objectives, players pushing out of their spawn and having to play that zone, because if they don't play the zone, then they're going to lose, because the enemy team is going to cap the zone. But the issue with that right now is pretty much Void 3.0. That's pretty much the entire issue with the entire Crucible sandbox as a whole, is Void 3.0. Like, Solar right now is frustrating because of Classy Restoration, but once Classy Restoration's gone, all they're going to have is healing nades, and that's pretty much it. Like, it's Classy Restoration that makes Solar 3.0 good, and once that's gone, Void 3.0 is going to dominate, because I don't think that anything Arc 3.0 can have is really going to counter Void 3.0, besides maybe chaining, but even then, probably not. So, like, some of the issues with Void, I would say, is, Bubble Titan. Obviously, I think Sentinel Titan or Ward of Dawn, Overshield Titans. Overshield meaning I can't remember the name of the aspect off the top of my head, but the aspect that gives you overshield, that and Ward of Dawn are literally the best. Like, that is the best class in the game. The shield, the shoulder charge for movement, the bubble for literally like any objective game mode, or just in general, like you'd be playing comp, having a bubble is really nice. It's a fast cooldown. You can pop it on power. If you're playing control, you can pop it on a zone to cap a zone for free. If you're playing trials, you can pop it on a zone to cap a zone for free. Like, and obviously your shield heals you. It's cover. It heals your teammates. and all those things, like, I can tell you a million ways that I think Bungie should nerf Void 3.0 for Hunter and Titan. Obviously, that's not what we're here to talk about in particular. We're more here to talk about this week of trials. But literally, there's a million ways that they could balance it and like tone it down more to make it still good, but not as overpowered. And I hope that they really like hunker down on nerfing Void 3.0, because Void 3.0 in its current form still is way too overpowered in my opinion, and definitely needs to be toned down massively. And until they do that, Void 3.0 will be continue to literally be the best option for trials for the most part. Literally the meta I think right now is like hard meta, like absolutely the best, playing into the most or into the strongest things in the sandbox would either be 2 Omnioculus Lord of Wolves Hunters with like a Lorentz Sentinel Titan, or Ward of Dawn Titan rather, or 2, you know, 1 Lord of Wolves, or 2 Ward of Dawn Titans, 1 with Lord of Wolves, 1 with Lorentz, and then a Omnioculus Hunter with Lord of Wolves. Like that is currently the meta, and it sucks because it's just kind of frustrating like play style and like thing to play against when you're playing an Omnioculus, because you really can't push up. There's no gunfights. It's just like they're going invis, and you just gotta hope that you can like shotgun them before they shotgun you while they're invis and have damage resist. And it sucks, man. It really sucks. And the thing is that also sucks is I don't see this getting better at all. No. One thing as well is weapon usage. Last Word was number 3 this week, and I mean obviously Last Word's very good. I don't think it's any surprise to anyone that Last Word was number 3. I mean, I was kind of surprised myself actually. Last Word was number 3. Jotun made it into the top 10. I was very surprised by that. Wither Horde made it into the top 10. Chaperone, main ingredient, not really surprised by that. Chaperone, not surprised. I'm surprised Lord of Wolves wasn't, man. Like I don't know. I mean, I had like 1,000 on my own, but I guess, you know, the thing is really it's hundreds of thousands. So, but I don't know. I'm surprised Lord of Wolves didn't make it in the top 10. That kind of concerns me because I want Lord of Wolves to be nerfed too, because I definitely think it needs to be nerfed, even though they did nerf it, but it needs another nerf. I don't know. It's just a lot of things in the sandbox right now that a lot of people do not enjoy, and I think a lot of people would consider the goofy shit that definitely needs to be toned down, because those things unfortunately are kind of oppressing and kind of not really and I feel Bungie is not accomplishing their goal of, you know, promoting variety in terms of like loadouts and stuff. Or I don't know, maybe they are. Maybe it's just most maps those weapons are effective. I guess it's just the way that you look at it. I just really think those things need to be toned down. And now I'll talk more about the matchmaking, flawless pool and all that. I think flawless pool, I think they should disable it personally, and I'm going to tell you why. What they should do is either disable it till it's not ready, like till they can make it so where like, you know, everything's working. You know, people are not able to sit there and hold a card when they have a loss and get loot. They should make it so you can't reset your card, because currently there's so many loopholes in flawless pool that they just, I mean, I don't even know I don't know how long flawless pool has been out. Literally months, I think, at this point, like more than months. I mean, we had flawless pool, I think, last season. I think before last season, even like 2 seasons now. And they introduced flawless pool, and flawless pool has all these loopholes that they just do not care about fixing at all. Or maybe they're waiting to fix them in like next season or something, or maybe in season 19. I don't know. I don't know those things. I don't know that they even care to fix them. Perhaps they're just like, no, we're not going to fix that. It would make sense for them to fix it, I think, personally. That would make a lot of sense to me, because it would further accomplish their goal of, you know, making it good for casuals. If people can't reset their cards, if people can't hold, like, it would only make what they're trying to accomplish better, but they've just never done it, and it's very confusing to me. And also, by the way, on a positive note, for all of you here watching this video, if you watch my streams, thank you very much. The streams the past 2 trials weekends have been absolutely insane, like more than normal. And I'm very thankful for all you guys watching me and supporting me over on Twitch. By the way, twitch.tv/Diffizzle. Lazy, put a little thingy, please. But yeah, this week was amazing on Twitch. Thank you guys so much for that. As I'm recording this, I will be live doing trials with Benny and Pantho, like at 11. I'll be doing comp. Thank you guys so much, though. Like, actually, the past 2 weekends have been like some of the best weekends ever for streaming, like, that I've had. And I definitely am going to keep being consistent, and I appreciate you guys, you know, sticking around and supporting me. Altogether, pretty good week. I mean, a really good week, actually. Extremely good week. I could not be more pleased with how this weekend went. Unfortunately, Trials itself was very frustrating, I think, for everyone. I can't think of one person that was like, man, I had a dandy time in the Trials of Osiris and Destiny the second installation this weekend. Like anyone. Maybe there is someone. They probably didn't play a lot though. So, and I think Bungie definitely needs to look at that. And I mean, there's a lot of community feedback. So this is my feedback and my perspective. And I'm sure there is people that enjoy this meta. I don't know them and I don't see them, but they're there. There's always going to be someone there. So I hope Bungie is like internalizing this feedback, and you know, also the air accuracy. We won't talk about that though, because that's just Destiny at this point. Not really pertaining to the specific week of Trials. Anyway, I love you guys very much. We're going to make that the video. I hope y'all enjoy, and if you're looking to support me or watch me on other platforms, you can check out my Twitch at twitch.tv/Diffizzle. Diffizzle. I got a Twitter as well. I post on there a lot. Very active. I have an Instagram and TikTok. Not very active on those, but I'm very active on Twitch and Twitter. So if you're looking for other content of mine, that is a place to be. I stream on Twitch every day. So in fact, if you're watching this video, I'm probably streaming. Like I said, make this the end of the video. I love you guys very much. Thank you for the support this weekend. Peace out.